Okay, so fast fighting with stacked units. Everybody keeps complaining that their units keep moving while they're fighting, and so on. I claim that even though that may be a bug, it's still a bug in your own workflow of how you're using your units, because you're using the all ages, all units view, and then normally when you get damaged units, your rogues keep moving to the right, right? But if you were using this view, like show heavy units only, show light units only, then your hover tanks and your undamaged rogues will be at the same place always, regardless of how many damaged units you get and not, and so on and so on. Same in the higher eras where you're using ranged and rogues, right? So it's just a matter of doing this, right? Switching between ranged and light instead of using this and relying on a scroll bar, right? Which can turn out to be a very, let me just make sure I'm not missing the, now watch, right? Instead of relying on the scroll bar to fight and find my units, I'm not, right? So I'm fighting. So I'm gonna fight a little until I lose enough units, and bam, my rogues are here, always, right? And as you can see, fighting speed is sufficient. I would say it's even faster than it was when I was not using the stacked view, but I will show you that in a second, right? So fast units, bam, heavy units, and they're there. Not fast units, sorry about that, right? And then replacing damaged units completely, boom. They're always at the same spot. They're not moving, guys, like you claim they are. They are only moving if you're using the all units view. Another thing you can do to improve that workflow even further is to completely eliminate other units from the view. If you insist on using all units view, right? Then go to your main city and change it to the current era, like this, the future, right? And then open it like this, and then you will have, every time you open the map, it will stay on the future, and then even in the all units, nah, never mind. Forget this last part, because the damaged units are gonna keep moving the rogues on the right side as you gain them in the stack as they go to the right, right? So instead, just use this, like this. It's just a matter of one click. No hand movement. No scrolling, no hitting in the wrong place. So watch. Right, adding rogues. Oof. Well, I added a unattached rogue, attached rogue actually, but it doesn't matter, right? Adding more rogues. Oof. They're always at the same spot. They're not moving anywhere, man. My unattached rogues are always in the same slot because I'm using the light unit view. I'm not using the all unit view, because why would you be using the all unit view? It makes absolutely no sense, right? You're not using all units in this map, so why are you using the all unit view? It doesn't make sense to me. Right, so I'm gonna disable attached, unattached stacked view here, right? Where is it? Stack units, disable, right? So when you're a player like me who plays GVG, and when you use non-stacked option, look at the list of units, how big it can get when you have units across the all eras. So you're actually having to scroll through all this to get to your rogues. And if you misclick, then you misclicked, you scrolled to the wrong position, right? So boot, for example, says that you just need to click somewhere here, but you can easily misclick and open the wrong position, right? So it's not that efficient as some of you claim, at least not to me. I don't know. Even when we didn't have the stacked option, I was doing this, right? I was switching between ranged and light, And the annoyance in the non-stacked view is because I had to still scroll to the right, right? And if I scroll too far, if I click too far, then I am at military drummer. While if I click too far to the left, then I am at division drones. And it's a matter of misclicking, and it's very easy to misclick, especially in a fast fight, in a heavy battle in GVG, or a race in GBG. Wow. Here we go, fighting again. Let me just refresh the view to see the results here so far, right? Let's go. Path. Path. Always at the same place, guys. No mistake in it. Because you're not using light units to fight, so you're not damaging light units while fighting, hence you're not moving the rogues. Now, I am not saying that moving the units is not a bug. It is, but what are you talking about? How is it slowing me down? It's not. I'm actually... I'm misclicking now because I'm talking and not focusing on the fight. I'm not actually... how would you say it? Being slowed down. I'm actually fighting faster than I was before because I don't have to scroll to 2,000 light units to get to my rogues, right? Here, watch. Fighting speed, chronic pillow, one of the second fastest. Let's see the next sector. Which is going to be the next sector? D2S probably on this server. Right, so they're always at the same place. They're not moving anything. Only the damaged units are. And I like the fact that damaged units are going to the right, because now when I play GVG and I want to refill a sector, I don't have to waste non-damaged units to refill a sector. I can use the damaged ones. Because when you fill with damaged units in a sector or in a siege, the units get healed. So it is more efficient to spend damaged units on sieges and defense armies than to spend non-damaged units, you know, because non-damaged units are already healed while the damaged units get healed. So, like, why did I stop the map? I have no... 2 siege camps. Okay, siege camp, horror problem. But okay, let's do it. Watch. So I'm intentionally gonna lose some units, and now I'm gonna replace them. Rogues. Right? So they're always... Well, my hand movement is a little messy right now because literally I'm not fully focusing, but you get it? Tanks are always at the same place. The rogues as well. They're not moving anywhere, right? So you guys just have a bad workflow. It has nothing to do with the fact that this style will slow down your fighting speed. It will actually increase your fighting speed when you master the new style. You just have to practice and master it, right? So let's see the result. Chronic pillow, second fastest. I would have been the fastest if I wasn't talking and if I was fully focusing on what I'm clicking, right? So it's just a matter of 1 click, 2 click, you're done. Switch from heavy to light, and from light to heavy to replace, and you're done. And you can't misclick when you're doing that. You can't click in the wrong position in the scroll bar and end up opening your drummers or your, I don't know, postmodern era units by mistake, you know, because they're always going to be at the same place. See, always, it's always in the same slot without a mistake. Now I'm going to shut up so that I can focus on proving to you that I'm fighting faster than anyone in the guild. Chronic pillow, second fastest. This Zunman guy probably has a head start because the sector started being hit before I started hitting it, but doesn't matter, right? So my speed is on pair with the fastest fighters in the guild. And I'm using the so-called stacked units that are supposedly slowing down your fighting speed, which is simply not true. You're just not doing it right. And this is going to be a matter of muscle memory. Once you create your muscle, once you get your muscle memory in place in terms of where your units are, you're going to be even faster, right? So let's check. Boom. Chronic Pillow 19. Again, Zunman only, head start, 1 fight. So let's see further which sector they will open, because these guys are not posting targets. They're doing everything we don't believe in. We believe to be foul play in LoW, right? So again, enemy has other fighters have a head start of 24 battles, and I'm still gonna end up being one of the fastest among them. Look. Well, I'm now using the wrong units, but doesn't matter. Rails work as well, very nice in FE. Right. So now I'm using the all units view. That was a mistake because I still haven't perfected this method with stacked units, but stop. And Chronic Pillow 18, Zunman 19, Elvis Presley 20. So top 3 fighters, even though they had a 22 fights head start ahead of me before I started fighting, right? So sorry guys, but you're simply wrong. And trust me, you just need to practice this method of not using the all units view and switching between the actual units that the views of the actual units that you're using, right? Because it's simply that simple. Yeah, here's 11 fights head start. Let me just verify that we're fighting on that sector. Yes, we are. So 14 fights head start. Let's go. Boom. Right, always at the same position. Even when I'm fully replacing units, they're always at the same position. They're not moving anywhere. They're right there where they always were since the start of the sectors, of the battles. Right, boom. Look at how fast that is. Right, I'm not scrolling, I'm not misclicking, I'm saving time by doing this. I'm not losing time by doing it. Right? So back to heavy units, boom, boom, and we go further. And let's check my fighting speed. Chronic Pillow 25, Zunman 29, JT 24. So second fastest again, while they had a head start. See, they're literally doing what we don't find acceptable in LoW, right? They're attacking unmarked targets, getting a head start on the good sectors, and I'm still beating them in speed. So yeah, that's all I have to say to this. Thanks for watching. See you next time.